हरे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा. So I welcome all of you today morning purport writing session. So today Proj is traveling, so we are having our session little early. So this is a very important section of Srimad Bhagavatam. So here we were. There are two key verse sections of Bhagavatam. First canto, 7th chapter, and uh, we have at this 10th. Sorry, second canto, first canto, 7th chapter, and second canto, 9th chapter. So these are the two important versions. So we will try to discuss because they have this four topics, of Bhagavatam. So here Parikshit Maharaj he asks questions to Sukdev Goswami in the beginning of 9th chapter. Sorry, 8th chapter he asks questions and Sukdev Goswami answers in the 9th chapter. But he answers first two questions of Maharaj Parikshit. Only two questions are answered in this. But after that, he goes in describing the systematic description of Srimad Bhagavatam. Further questions are answered. He talks about how Brahma, the secondary creator of universe, was born on the lotus flower, how he did not know what to do, and how he heard the two syllables tapa and how he began to concentrate. Now, because tapa also means to concentrate, because concentration of mind is what is tapasya. Tapasya does not mean that any external self-restraint of the or any austerities of this mind, like that when we don't drink, we are not eating, and we are standing upside down and all. That is not just tapasya. Tapasya also, it's not also whole day dandot parikrama all the day. Yeah, that is also tapasya. That too has its place. But the end of the day, the important aspect of tapasya is to concentration of the mind. It is the ability to hold attention and to maintain concentrate. And when we are thinking deeply about something, that is what is tapasya, and that type of tapasya is what here here Brahmaji performed. So this is the type of tapasya Brahma has performed. Sorry, some issues with network. So the Brahma's tapasya was basically of concentration of the mind. So he was able to concentrate. That's why it is tapasya. Now, and Brahmaji was doing because that was the order he heard. And here in this chapter, it is said that Brahmaji read the scriptures thrice. That is how he concentrated his mind on the uh, and on the scriptures. This is and this talk is about books about God and the theme of Srimad Bhagavatam. The way he meditated, the way he thought, that is actually sadhana. This is what is leading to success. Success means that we should be able to meditate on the Shastra. We should do again and again. Basically, sadhana means concentration of mind, right? Outwardly, I don't know, some network issues. I'm really sorry. So outwardly, it seemed that yeah, seemed that the issue of the topic is settled in the first four chapters of this second canto, but it is not. Fifth, sixth, seventh chapters also deal with the same topic and describe this sadhana and illustrates the description given in this chapter. So now sadhana also means we have to repeat the same thing again and again so that we can concentrate. That's why repetition is very important. People ask why you have to chant so many times Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because repetition helps us in concentration. Sadhana tapasya means to concentrate. Sadhana means to concentrate. That is what is to be understood. The why repetition? The second canto and third canto, you have many times we are told about universal form. Our creation is told four, five, 6 times. Universal form is told. This is called sadhana. Second canto is of sadhana. First canto is adhikara tattva. Second canto is sadhana tattva. So again and again repetition helps us to concentrate. So this is what is Brahma is doing here. He's concentrating. So the fifth, sixth, seventh chapters deal with the same topic because this describes sadhana. And ninth chapter we can see the continuation. Eighth chapter there are continuous questions. Maharaj Parikshit asking questions because asking question is also part of sadhana. All the time we need to ask questions, listen, ask, again get answers, and there should be again questions. This is what is sadhana. So all the description of sadhana is we should make sure that we understood the things properly. That's why we need to ask. And as for Brahma sadhana, which is that is described in this, it consists in the fact that he meditated on the Lord and as a result he achieved success. He saw Vaikuntha and then this amazing vision that is described in this chapter we heard. He goes to the spiritual world. His mind is transferred actually to the spiritual world because he wanted to get everything he needed to start creation. Because he wanted to create, for that he went into spiritual world, he got empowered. But along with that, he was a little afraid also. He was afraid of the external energy of Lord. It should not influence him. So he began to meditate because he could see that, oh, it's a very big thing. If I enter into it, I may not come out. So he began to reflect, and the Lord provided him with such opportunities. And then he got the vision. This is a mystical vision, the magical vision of Vaikuntha, that is what Brahmaji sees. And then Lord shakes his hand with Brahmaji, and the shaking hand is there, even in the scriptures. It is used sprashtha. Prabhupada writes, shake, Brahmaji is shaking hand. Now, Lord turns to Brahmaji and says, "Oh Brahma, you have achieved success in your meditation, and now I will tell you the Srimad Bhagavatam." And then actually these are the four topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. And we will try to discuss little briefly. We'll see based on because purports are very big. Prabhupada has given very big purports. So maybe we'll do it and some other time we can do much more detail. This Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. So now I'm really sorry, I don't know. There's some problem with the net. Please tolerate. And now this Chaturshloki, this is the essence of Bhagavatam. And Lord himself, he speaks these four main themes of Bhagavatam. And there are 10 themes of Bhagavatam which we know. Atra Sarga Visargasya Sthanam Poshnam Utaya Manvantari Shanakata Nirodha Muktirashraya. There are the 10 themes. But here there are four themes that are given by Lord. It is not difficult to remember. At least we can remember the four if all 10 are not remembered. And here Lord says at the very beginning of his description, at the beginning of Chaturshloki of Bhagavatam, he says, Jnana, Vijnana, Rahasya, and Sangha. So these are the four topics: Jnana, Vijnana, Rahasya, and Sangha. So you can remember these four topics. We'll try to discuss briefly about all of them. As time goes, we have sufficient time to do. And these are four topics. He called them these four terms that we need to understand. And then he starts with this shloka. This is the श्री भगवान उवाच ज्ञानं परम गुह्यं मे यद् विज्ञानं समन्वितं स रहस्यं तदंगं च ग्राहन् गदितं मया ग्राहन् गदितं maya. These four shlokas we have to meditate, and of course we have to by heart also. Jnanam param guhyam me yad vijnanam samanvitam sarahasyam tadangam cha pranam gaditam maya. And now this shloka, it has a very important meaning. It says that Jnanam Parama Guhyam me is very deep. This is intimate knowledge. Yad Vijnanam Samanvitam. This is not just theoretical knowledge, but it is accompanied by Vijnanam. Jnanam and Vijnanam. Now, then there is Samanvitam, together with Rahasya, Tadangam. Cha. So, and I'm really sorry. I don't know why it is happening like this today. Yeah. Please tolerate for today. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see. Now, this is very important because four topics of Bhagavatam are very important. They will describe in the four verses. So, what kind of topics that are the four topics? Jnanam Paramaguhyam. This knowledge about Lord, that Lord existed before creation, that He will exist after the destruction of creation, after the destruction of the world, and that He exists during the maintenance, the existence of the world, simultaneously with this world. He supports this world. He is here. He is not there. He is not somewhere. He is present here. He is not just some kind of transcendental metaphysical thing, but is related to this world. He was here and he will be here. This is called Jnana. Why it is called Jnanam? Paramaguhyam. It is Guhyam means very secret. Jnanam because we do not have direct experience or perceiving this knowledge. That's why it is Jnanam. It is such a simple description. We, yeah, now it will not happen. I understood. Because now we have absolutely no direct experience of perceiving of Lord. We need to accept this knowledge on a theoretical level. So this is one of the themes of Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam talks about Lord who is Adokshaja. Akshaja means senses. Adokshaja means is not perceived by our senses. It is very important topic. But although the senses cannot perceive him, we cannot comprehend him, yet we need to understand that without his presence nothing can happen. So you are understanding the point. We cannot understand him, we cannot comprehend him, we cannot see the senses. But still, we need to understand what? That without his presence, nothing can happen. So this is the first topic. This is called Jnanam. That what is the Lord who is not perceived by senses, and why this knowledge is called Jnanam. It is theoretical knowledge only. Because we cannot perceive, but we accept it. Okay, okay, it is because of him only everything is happening. I cannot see Lord. We can see in the altar, Radha Shyam Sundar is there, Radha Govindji is there. But what we cannot know is, we know one thing, that we cannot see, but we accept theoretically. Everything is happening because of the Lord. That is it. And the second topic is Yad Vijnana Samanvitam. So Jivada Goswami will speak not only about the Lord, there is lot of books about spirituality, and they talk about some unknown thing, about some topic that we have never experienced. So it is very difficult to relate our oneself to all these topics that are given in various books, and every people have differently somehow they are giving. So now Vijnanam should also be there. That not just theoretical knowledge, there's some sort of realization should also be there. So what is Vijnanam? That is directly perceived knowledge. Now what is our level of Vijnanam? We know this material world is suffering. That is that is the level of our Vijnana. We may not know spiritual world, but one thing is, all of us will agree, this material world is a place of suffering. So this realization we have. And another realization our devotees have is, this is not a place for enjoyment. So this is another realization devotee have, which is not there for materialistic people. And materialistic, but there are impersonalists also have this realization. What? That this place is not a place of enjoyment, and this is we should not try to enjoy in this material world. Sense gratification is poisonous. Materialistic people have only one level. They say this place is a place of suffering, but we have to make adjustment to enjoy here. A transcendentalist, even Mayavadis or impersonalists or devotees, they have second level of realization. They also know this is a place of suffering, and this is not a place for enjoyment also. We should not set right things here. We have to get out of this place. And third level of realization which devotee have, which impersonalists don't have, is that this is all taken care by the Lord. That type of realization, at least everybody, we all have some level of realization. Yes, this is happening by the mercy of Lord. Like yesterday I was I'm with now no so what happened is, uh, one devotee called. I was doing some other service or related some service. I called, and the devotee said, "Oh, I'm coming to Vrindavan." After 2 days, I want a room. I said, "Oh, I'll book for you. I'm here only." So now we know Lord arranges like that. I randomly called, and somehow it happened that I am here and they are helping. So like that we say, then he's saying, "Oh, this is Krishna's arrangement." We say, "Yes, Krishna's arrangement." So for us, we know that there is Lord who is taking care and he makes arrangement with it. So this is some level of realization we have. And this direct experience of interactions and contact with energies of Lord. So the second topic is a very important topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, a description of Lord and his energies. So we told four topics, na? Jnana and Vijnana, which our senses are able to perceive directly. It is not only about energy, but there is also Yoga Maya, which we do not perceive directly, but we all perceive Mahamaya with our senses. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam speaks uh, not only about Lord, but also speaks about our experience and explains to us the nature of this experience by talking about the Lord. So the whole Vijnana or the science is about energy of Lord. So material energy of Lord. This science is explained through the prism of understanding that Lord is behind all this. Lord is the creator, is behind everything, he's controlling everything. Although sometimes outwardly it may seem that everything is happening differently. We think, "Array, everything happens automatically. The Lord does not directly intervene." It is not actually true. Everywhere Lord is intervening and He is only doing things. And the secret knowledge is called Rahasya. This is uh, the intimate knowledge is Vijnana. Vijnana means how the energy of Lord works. So this is the second verse of Chaturshloki. This is a very important shloka. We will read the purport. Just I am giving uh, the theme for you. Then we will do the purports, because purports are also very big purports. Okay. So, and aham evasamevaग्रे नान्यत् यत् सत असत् नान्यत् यत् सदसत् परम पश्चादहं यत् एतच्च यो अविशेष सोऽस्म्यहम्. And the next shloka is, this is a very big purport. And rite artham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad vidhyaya atmano maya yata bha. Hare Krishna. So you have to tolerate my, there is problem with my network. I'm really sorry. And this Ritayatam et Pratiyata has the longest purport, very deep purport which Prabhupada wrote. We will try to see the purports. But before that, I'll just give the overview of all of this four topics. So we are discussing how this is 33 and 34. So there are, these are talking about two types of knowledge. Yatha bhaso, yatha tamaha. So the living entity is compared, as Srila Prabhupada says, that abhasa, the energy of Lord, is compared to reflection or darkness. There are many different descriptions of this, and now the it is said that Jiva is really sorry. I don't know. I have to change something in the system. Maybe my problem, I don't understand why this problem today. So the energy of the Lord is compared to reflection or darkness. Now there are many different descriptions of this, but in a very broad or incorrect description, because a broad description fit a lot of things. So Jiva is located in Maya. Presently we are in Maya, and here uh, okay, I'll just talk about Rahasya, because Jnana and Vijnana I understood. So second topic is, what is Rahasya? Jnana is knowledge, and Adokshaja about the Supreme Lord who is inconceivable. And Vijnana is knowledge about the energies of Lord, how they work, how we have direct experience of the knowledge. So with Lord, I don't have direct experience, but the energies of Lord, I have direct experience. So there is one level of Vijnana we have, right? Like say, I'm not able to see the Lord, but I am able to experience the Lord's energies. We all have some experience. So we have direct experience of the actions of these three gunas, the nature of this world, these energies. Therefore, this is called Vijnana. And as Rahasya, why we are given Rahasya, why we are here about this uh, metal nature. So the what material energies, we all interact with metal energy, we suffer here or enjoy. But no one understands what all this is ultimately for. The highest purpose is Rahasya. So, why this is happening? Why I had to suffer in this metal world? Why there is enjoyment? Why there is suffering? There is a big secret. What is this Rahasya? Why is it there? To gain love for Krishna. So this is the rahasya. Prema is the rahasya. Prema is described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Very, very important topic. So here, what is the secret about people say now why there is suffering in this material world? Yes, there is suffering in this material world. There is enjoyment also in this material world. But the purpose is only one, to help all the living entities to gain love for Krishna. So this is the third verse of Chaturshloki. Yata Mahanti Bhutani. So this shloka says that. So when the Lord actually describes how he finds love, to understand that I am in the heart in and he is in the heart of all the living entities. At the same time, he is outside the universe, beyond the universe. And he says he penetrates everything in the universe, and at the same time I am not included in its creation. So this understanding in itself awakens love in us. That means how, array, you are telling Lord is in the heart, Lord is beyond the creation, Lord is not affected by the creation. If you only understand, this is very interesting, that because in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam we find the description of Uddhava Sandesh. When Uddhava comes to Undavan, and Uddhava is talking about the same thing. The what is third shloka is talking of Chaturshloki. Uddhava is talking same things to the gopis. He said that Lord enter into the material creation, at the same time he does not enter into it. Just as metal energy enters, at the same time does not enter. I also enter, I do not enter at the same time. I am here, I am not there. Now gopis, he is saying, gopis, what is the gopis? They are experiencing love, and Uddhava is giving this knowledge, and that is increasing the love of gopis for Krishna. That means the purpose of this Chaturshloki, if you see, it is for gaining love only. And this is how the gopis are, by hearing this topic, gopis are experiencing love. It is, uh, that is the secret. I don't, means we may not be able to understand it so deeply now, but when we deeply understand how Krishna is so amazing, then it increases our love for him. That is what is the if you remember, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the shastras in, divided the shastras in three things: Sambandha, Abhidheya, and Prayojana. The Chaturshloki also has Sambandha, Abhidheya, and Prayojana. And this shloka verse is actually talking about Prayojana. Prayojana is that we all have to attain love for Krishna. And how that love is attained? With this shloka. This shloka tells. So gopis heard such words, this message of Krishna. Three times this happened. They tried to understand more and more deeply the meaning of these words conveyed by Uddhava. And each time their love only deepened. At first, it was about yoga, about theoretical knowledge, and they seemed to reject this knowledge. And they said, wait, our Krishna is not like this. Krishna can't just be something strange like this, and is not that hard hearted. It's not about him. He could not send his faithful friend to convey such a strange message. He cannot talk about yoga. So they asked Uddhava to read the message again. And Uddhava did so, and they understood more deeply. But still, they had some doubts. He read it again and again and again. In the end, they understood that Krishna was talking to them about love. He's saying, I am always with you. So, this shloka, where Krishna is telling this meaning of how uh, how to find love, by understanding that I am in the heart, in your heart, at the same time I am outside the universe, beyond the universe, I penetrate everything in the universe, at the same time not included in the creation. This understanding, what gopis understood, that Krishna is always with us, and Krishna is talking about his this is what is love. So you all have to tolerate what is happening here. So this third shloka, which we are just summarizing, we'll read the purports also. But what Krishna is trying to make us understand, Gopis understood that Krishna is talking about love. I'm always with you. In fact, this is the secret of Srimad Bhagavatam. It lies in the fact that Lord is always with us, that we have never been separated from Him. Only our feeling of separation from Him is Maya. If we understand this deeply, that we will experience His presence in our life that we are experiencing His presence. He is actually always present with us. That the Lord is always with us and we have never been separated from Him. Only our feelings of separation from Him is Maya. If we understand this deeply, then we will experience His presence in our life. And this is what the third verse of Chaturshloki slip. And the fourth topic of Srimad Bhagavatam is described in the fourth verse. The top Jnana, Vijnana, Rahasya. So Rahasya is Prema. Jnana is about the Lord. And Vijnana is the how the energies of the Lord are functioning is Vijnana. And Rahasya is what? Is love. How we understand love? The Lord is never separated from us. And Tadanga, this is the most important verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. And Srila Prabhupada is writing very big purport, very, very nice. This is after I think Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. This is another important, biggest purport. Etavadeva jignasam tad jignasam atmanah. So here he is writing one who sees the absolute, supreme absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, must at all cost continue his search until he reaches his goal, always and everywhere, under all circumstances, both direct and indirect. So this is what is the so I don't know if I'm moving something, something else is happening. I'll just speak. Now, this fourth theme of Srimad Bhagavatam again uh, is what is talking about sadhana, right? Jnana, Vijnana, Rahasya, and fourth is sadhana. Sadhana is what is the main theme of second canto, right? Therefore, in the entire Chaturshloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, special importance is given to sadhana because with the help of sadhana, one can realize rahasyam. What is that? Rahasyam is prema. So, all the truths described before that is jnana, vijnana, and rahasyam. All of them can be understood. We can understand jnana also, vijnana, and rahasyam. But what is the method? That is sadhana. And sadhana must be done again and again and again and again. Always everywhere. Sarvada, sarvatra, anvayat. It is that is directly or indirectly. This means so many things in this is Anganuga sadhana. Vaidhi sadhana, Raganuga sadhana. We have many varieties of sadhanas. Raganuga sadhana we have to do presently. Sorry, Vaidhi sadhana we have to do so that we can go to Raganuga sadhana. All this described in the Prabhupada writes. And the Chaturshloka Srimad Bhagavatam. And then there is the 10th. Thank you for tolerating. Yeah, so much patience. You're all tolerating. So Ritheyatam yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chat tad vidyat atmanomaya ata baso yata tamaha. And okay, I will we will go to the purport. Before that, the four topics are clear to everyone. Any questions, comments still here? Jnana, Vijnana, Rahasyam, and then Tadangam is Sadhana. Okay, we will try to do the purports. You remember these four topics, then we have understood the Chaturshloki. And Prabhupada gives much more uh, detailed understanding of these four shlokas. Now we have understood the theme, what is there in the Chaturshloki. Now we'll try to understand it more deeply from Prabhupada's purpose. So now first topic is what? Jnana. So we'll see what Prabhupada is talking about Jnana. So Jnanam Paramaguhyam me yad Vijnanam Samanvitam Sarahasyam Tadangam Cha Grana Gaditam Maya. Prabhupada writes, the personality of God, so this is translation, the personality of God, it said, knowledge about me as described in the scriptures is very confidential and it has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. The necessary paraphernalia for that process is being explained by me. You may take it up carefully. Prabhupada is telling Lord Brahma is the topmost devotee of the Lord within the universe, and therefore the personality of Godhead replies to his four principal inquiries in four important statements, which are known as the original Bhagavatam in four verses. These are Brahma's questions. What are the forms of Lord both in matter and in transcendence? What are the different energies of Lord working? How does the Lord play with his different energies? How by Brahma he instructed to discharge the duty entrusted to him. So, how may Brahma be instructed to discharge the duty entrusted to him? The prelude to the answers in this verse under discussion within the Lords informs Brahma that knowledge of him, the supreme absolute truth, as it is stated in revealed scriptures, is very subtle and cannot be understood unless one is self-realized by the grace of Lord. The Lord says that Brahma may take the answers as he explains them. This means that transcendental knowledge of the absolute person, absolute supreme being can be known if it is made known by the Lord himself. That means we can know about Lord only by Lord. By the mental speculation of great thinkers, it is not possible. This is called confidential wisdom. So why it is confidential? Because only Lord can reveal himself. Now another purpose writing, out of many liberated souls, some may be qualified to know the personality of Godhead. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is also said that the Lord himself, that out of many thousands and thousands of people, one may try for perfection in human life, and out of many liberated souls, one may know him as he is. Therefore, the knowledge of personality of Godhead may be attained by devotional service. And Rahasyam, Prabhupada is writing is devotional service. And of course, Rahasyam also is what Prabhupada is writing, this mystery of love of Godhead. Uh, Therein lies the main qualification for knowing the mystery of the personality of God, that is, love of Godhead. And to attain the stage of transcendental love of Godhead, one must practice the regulative principles of devotional service. Practicing these principles is called Vaidhi Bhakti. And now, Yavanaham Yatha Bhavo Yad Rupam Guna Karmaka Tataiva Tattva Vijnanam Asto Me Mad Anugrahat. And says all of me, namely my actual eternal form, my transcendental existence, color, qualities, and activities, it all be awakened within you by factual realization out of my causeless mercy. So Lord is bestowing mercy. He says the secret of success in understanding the intricacies of knowledge of absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, is the causeless mercy of Lord. Even in the material world, the father of many sons discloses secret of his position to the pet sons. The father discloses a confidence upon the son whom he thinks worthy. An important man in the social order can be known by his mercy only. Similarly, one may be very dear to the Lord in order to know the Lord. The Lord is unlimited. No one can know him completely, but One's advancement in transcendental loving service of Lord can make one eligible to know the Lord. Here we can see that the Lord is sufficiently pleased with Brahmaji, and therefore he offers his causeless mercy to him so that Brahmaji may have the factual relation of Lord by his mercy only. This is what we all have to do. We all have to make our mind in such a way that we need to dedicate our life in pleasing our spiritual master. Slowly, we have to train ourselves. This is what I have to achieve at the end of life. I have to every day try to work in such a way. Say now we are hearing Bhagavatam. This is what is, I want to please my spiritual master. That's why I want to sit and hear Bhagavatam. I want to speak Bhagavatam because I want to please my spiritual master. In that way, what happens? Yasya prasada, Bhagavat prasada. Then we will please Krishna, and in that way we can receive the knowledge about him. Otherwise, there is no way only. I am just doing because I have to do. It won't work like that. We have to change the internal system within us. What is that internal system? That I have to do for my spiritual master's pleasure. If the system is not changed, like people are attached to doing some rituals, it becomes a ritualistic activity only. Bro, I attend every day Mangalarti, I every day chant, I every day do. But we have to have this consciousness also for the pleasure of my spiritual master. Otherwise, it won't give much result. Why it is very important? Because so why it is very important? The mood of servant is what is makes a difference. Otherwise, we will not be able to come out of our false ego. Will continue to remain here only. This is the formula that we have to see here. Prabhupada is giving such an example. The father discloses confidence unto the son whom he thinks worthy. That means he should be feeling that connection to him. Sufficiently, Lord is sufficiently pleased with Brahma. My laptop is taking so many commercial breaks. It is every every 2 minutes it is taking a break. Somehow I don't know why it is. Maybe laptop problem or internet problem. I have to check. Otherwise, I'll try with another laptop and see tomorrow. And Prabhupada writing in the Vedas also it is said that a person cannot know the absolute personality of God simply by dint of mundane education or intellectual gymnastic. One can know the supreme truth if one has unflinching faith in bona fide spiritual master as well. See, bona fide spiritual master. This is very important. We need to always feel the presence of, and we have to we have to connect ourselves to spiritual master very deeply. He may not be physically present, but in our sadhana we should feel connection of spiritual master. In our service to devotees we should feel the connection of spiritual master. So that's how we can make progress. Such a faithful person, even though illiterate in mundane sense, can know the Lord automatically by the mercy of Lord. That means he may not be very materially very educated, but he has faith in spiritual master and is rendering service. He is going to gain so much spiritual knowledge. So, like we may not be big scientists. We are not very intelligent like scientists, but we are able to understand about Krishna. And the big scientists are not able to understand Krishna. Why we are able to understand Krishna? Because this mercy of spiritual master we are able to understand, which is not possible for many intellectuals. Even though okay, we will see for 2 more minutes. If that does again. You can take a break. Maybe I am speaking too much, I think. To the faithful, the Lord reveals himself in his form, qualities, and pastime. The Lord is not formless as wrongly conceived by the impersonalists, but his form is not like one that we have experienced. The Lord discloses his form even to the extent of measurement to his pure devotees, and that is the meaning of Yavan. Like when this is Lord's form is not understood as the Lord discloses the transcendental nature of his existence. The mundane wranglers make mundane conceptions of the form of Lord. It is said in the revealed scriptures, the Lord has no mundane form. And we will see the next purport proposal. Prabhupada is giving very, very deep points. Like he has it is not the same point Prabhupada is telling. Prabhupada is giving different understandings. So in the previous purport, he was telling how unflinching faith in spiritual master. And the next one is telling it is not by any, Lord is not formless as wrongly conceived. Lord discloses his form even to the extent of the measurement. And in this, Prabhupada is telling the mundane wranglers make mundane conception of form of Lord. It is said in the revealed scriptures, Lord has no mundane form. Therefore, persons with poor fund of knowledge conclude that he may be formless. And Prabhupada's negation of mundane conception does not establish transcendental fact. It is said that uh, Lord has a transcendental form, and that he can utilize any one of his senses for any purpose. So Angani yasya sakalendriyani. So that is what is Krishna Prabhupada writing. And unless Lord discloses to the devotees his unlimited varieties of transcendental bodies, all equal with one another, but with different kinds of bodily features. So this is another feature. So Prabhupada told Angani yasya sakalendriyani. Now he is telling Lord has different varieties of form. Ramadi Murtishu Kalaniyamena Tishtan Nana Avatara Makros. Yes, one more last time and then we'll end. Lord don't want me to. So now the Lord has. I am not keeping my video also on because I know it is going to go like that, but it is still not cooperating. I don't know. Maybe I'll just check what is the issues. So Prabhupada is telling that in different features, some of them are like fish, some are like lion. These are all different transcendental bodies of Lord without any differential categories are disclosed to devotees by the mercy of Lord. So Nana Avatara Makrod. And then last pair, of course, two more pairs is Lord has unlimited number of transcendental qualities also. This is about the qualities of Lord, forms of the Lord, qualities of the Lord. So the Lord incarnates himself for protection of his devotees. This is what. And Lord lifted Govardhan Hill when he was only 7 years old and protected his devotees in Vrindavan. And this is how Lord has his all potencies. And then last pair again proposes that impersonal interpretation of mundane wranglers is completely refuted in this verse because it is clearly stated that this here the Supreme Lord has his qualities form past and simple. And aham eva samevagre nanyad asat sadasat param paschad aham yad etaccha yo avishesha sospaham. So this is very important, very big purport also. Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation when there was nothing by myself, nor was there material nature, the cause of this creation. That which we see now is also I, the personality of God, and after annihilation, what remains will also be I, the personality of God. We should note very carefully that So when next time it cuts, I think this is a big purport. We'll not take it, and it will go in between. So thank you all very much. Tomorrow we'll continue, and we'll see. I'll try to settle this issue. Hare Krishna. Vantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'm really seek forgiveness for this technical problem. Hare Krishna.